Water's water, but there's a whole lot going on under surface. Y'all know what the vibe is, man. 888, peace and prosperity. Today the best day ever. Tomorrow can only get better. Yeah, man. We gonna be all we could be and be the best we could be to create, heal, change, and not destroy. If it ain't adding value to you, don't add value to it. Young Simmons, today the best day ever. Tomorrow can only get better. You hear me? Everything I say, take it with a grain of salt. To each his own. I don't eat what you shit, and you don't shit what I eat. You hear me? So with that being said, man, like I said, today the best day ever. Tomorrow gonna get better, man. Choices, chances, and changes. Dedication, determination, and discipline. La pareza, gioso, aflaron, no narito, no sayo. Let's get it. This for all my chosen ones out there, man. If you're a chosen one, you already know, bro, that you ain't nothing but a blissful piece of operation in everybody's life. And if they don't see that, then you're going to want to be in the lesson. And once you gone, they going to realize what they had. But we going to cry over sparrow milk. You know what I'm saying? We don't even drink that shit, period. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no damn calf. But yeah, bro. Like, one thing about being a chosen one, bro, there's different stages to this shit. There's the stage where you're not aware of who you really is. You think you just like everybody else, you know what I'm saying, trying to get through this motherfucking shit. But then you sit back and you look at your trials and your tribulations. You look at your situations. You look at the battles you have, knowing that this a war. You know what I'm saying? You realize that you had to face majority of the things that a lot of people call self-suicide, self-destruction, or self-sabotage themselves behind, because this shit ain't no lightweight shit. And we don't ask for no lighter load. We ask for a stronger back. You feel me? But like I said, there's different stages of being a chosen one, because there's a point of time where you didn't realize who you really were. You thought all of these coincidences was happening was off of luck, or just, you know what I'm saying? But it's just who you are, because this is the soul you chose. You know what I'm saying? It's shit like Kingdom Hearts. When the game start, you got three options. You're gonna be on the defensive side, you're gonna be on the attacking side, or you're gonna be a magician. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be working your magic. And that's basically like the spiritual side, the mental side, and the physical side. Because there's a wine, there's a sword, and there's a shield. So the wine is basically the spiritual side. And everything is always spiritual, but this is how it trickled down. The sword is on the offensive side, the shield is the defensive side. So the sword is the physical shit. You know, you gotta have tactics and stuff like that if you're gonna be on the defensive side, which is the shield. You know what I'm saying? Which is like the mental side. And then the wine is the spiritual side. You working your magic to the fullest capability. Now, trickling down, you could also portray parts of the shield and parts of the sword. That's all in your caliber. But your highest rank is dealing with your spirituality. And there was a time, and one of my family members always used to call me the blessed one. And one day she was like, I don't want to call you the chosen one, because I think I forgot how she said it. Or maybe it's like, I don't want you to want it to go to your head, or I don't want you to be too big headed with the woo type shit. But at the end of the day, I am a chosen one. You use the word blessing, because when you break that down, that means be less. So you try to cause a certain spell on me not to realize who I am, but I found out who I am. And then once I found out who I was, and I had asked her a couple questions, like I was asking her, was she a psychic? You know what I'm saying? Because some chosen ones are psychics. Some chosen ones have different psychic abilities. Some chosen ones got brute force. Some chosen ones is very strategical. You know, I told you all the options that you chose a long time ago before you got here. Because when you was in that realm, you know, your ancestors and those that came before you, your spirit guides and your angels, they remove your memory as you came here. Because if you knew everything, then you'll try to figure all type of different possibilities to change and alter your reality. When you still choosing your reality, because the choices you make is what's forming your life. You know what I'm saying? Like when you was born, you looked like your mama and daddy, but when you move on to the next realm of reality, you gonna look like the choices you made. So I sat there and I found out who I was, and I was asking her some shit, and she ain't know who it was texting her, but she kind of knew because she ain't stupid. You know how females do. And she said, "This the blessed one?" I said, "No, this the chosen one." And when I said that, she ain't replied. She ain't had nothing to say. Like, and then when she did reply, it was a couple of like the session of the conversation we had was over with. And then she said some other shit to like put my mind somewhere else. But I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? This not to prove a point. I know who I am for so long. Y'all did not want me to know who I was, bro. And that shit hurt. But you know what I'm saying? It's like this movie I saw. I mean, not this movie, this show. I think the Umbrella Corp or Umbrella Academy, one of them motherfuckers. And the girl, they told her that she didn't have no powers and she wasn't special and she wasn't shit. But come to find out, she was the strongest of them all. And they put her on pills. They made her have a depressing life. They repressed her. They abused her. They refused the normal things that she required as a person and a human. They refused that to her. They isolated her. So that put her in a state of not knowing who she was. That put her in a state of being vulnerable. That put her in a state of being victimized instead of being the Victorian. You know what I'm saying? And she was the Victorian. She was the coldest one out of all of them. But it's like the same thing that they doing with melanated people, ethernine beings. They'll sit here and try to make us feel like we the bottom of the barrel, but we the most strongest. We the most powerful. You know what I'm saying? We the ones, but every other different race and shit like that, they had the time and they grew up with their culture teaching them different special abilities about themselves and unique qualities. When I'm from New Orleans, so you know what I'm saying, a lot of niggas grew up in the projects just worrying about getting some cheese or getting food stamps, going eat like small shit. We didn't have bar mitzvahs and we didn't have men graduating into adulthood and shit like this. Oh, I had a good ass dream. Let me tell y'all my dream real quick and I get back to this shit. I had a dream that I saw one of my teachers from my past and he had a big influence on me called Mr. Henderson. I used to go to John A. Shaw and we had a gentleman's club. You know, that was for the dudes, you know, niggas ain't got no father and shit. Ain't really got no father figures in our family. And it's like just to give us some guidance, you know what I'm saying? So we don't be out here with our head on wrong. Like he was teaching us how to eat at the table. He was teaching us how to tie our ties, our bow ties, our regular ties. He was teaching us how to dress. He was teaching us how to talk. You know, he was being an example of how men are supposed to be in his image. But it was a great image, you know what I'm saying? I can't fucking deny that. And I had a dream about him yesterday that it been a long ass time and I ran into him somewhere. It was him and his wife, and I ran into them, and I was like, "Mr. Henderson?" He was like, "Yeah, that's me." And I was like, "Damn," you know. He just and off the site, he knew who I was. You know what I'm saying? Cause like my little brother was bad, dog. Like nigga, I was bad too. But my little brother, he see you in a wheelchair, he'll say, "Bitch, you can't walk, old cripple ass bitch." Like my little brother, cutthroat to the fullest. You hear me? And my little brother always used to get like Mr. Henderson when you was wrong, the way he disciplined you, because nah, this some fuck shit. But we used to get chastised back in the elementary, and if we was out of pocket, we did something wrong. He'd say, "Put your head down." That nigga power slap your shit. Like that nigga slap some waves on your head. How hard he slap you, but that's to let you know a hard head make a soft ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we got chastised. So that's the dream I had about Mr. Henderson not too long ago, because I accomplished something and I surpassed a lot of things and a lot of limitations, and I wrote my name on a high school, and he popped up somewhere. But yeah, that's some other shit, bro. But by you being a chosen one, bro, they gonna try to gaslight you and manipulate you and abuse you and mentally play games with you. And through all of that shit, bro, you gotta use that fire. You gotta have a journal or a diary or a documentation of what you going through day to day, because you supposed to be your own therapist. You know what I'm saying? There's no manual. There's no booklet. There's no book that describes and break down how to operate as a chosen one. Through your trials and your tribulations, you're gonna find out what pieces to the puzzle could complete it and what pieces don't fit in the puzzle. You understand what I'm saying? And by you being the chosen one, bro, you know you real good hearted. You right there. You under the you know it's raining, trials and tribulations, life and death situations. You are under the arm of God. You are standing under the umbrella of God. As bad as it's storming outside in this realm of reality, God is protecting us. Because God know we made a choice from the get-go that no matter how tough it get, we would never put God behind us. We would never forget God. We would never curse God. So every chosen one will have to go through they Job moment, the book of Job. You know what I'm saying? Every chosen one, well, I can't speak for every chosen one, but you gonna lose everything. But just so you could get everything 100 times back, just so you could learn how to cherish the things you have, just so you could realize, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people know the price of shit, but a lot of people don't appreciate the purchase, man. So it's like by you being the chosen one, bro, you is here to bring life and balance to this realm of reality. To let people know that there's another way you could see life. And those who want to remain in darkness, we gotta stay separate from them because they'll try to make us go on the side of the devil. And the devil got chosen ones too. God got chosen ones too. It's all on what you decide to do. See, the same motherfucker that brought you to the game gonna bring you to the championship. And that's God, the same motherfucker that brought life into you gonna give you eternal life. And everybody be like, oh, energy never dies or created destroy, whoopty whoop, shit like that. You know, there's no heaven and hell, there's no underworld. You know, like we all just gonna come back, and some people don't come back. Some people go to places that you never examine. Like if you look at the things that's getting ran on this realm of reality, it's just a minimized form of what's gonna be in the afterlife or the life beyond this. When you in school, okay, we all know school was like a fucking big ass baby jail cell, but just for example, when you get out of pocket, you know, even though sometimes you had to get out of pocket, you was right, because the system is fucking faulty. You get ISS, a detention, suspension. Sometimes you get expelled. You know what I'm saying? And fucking bro, I had got expelled. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga, I wasn't with they fuck ass agenda. I wasn't with the agenda, so I got expelled in high school. You know what I'm saying? And it's cause nigga, I wasn't on that fuck shit. I wasn't on no evil shit, bro. You know, I just wanted to have a good time. I just wanted to enjoy myself, and I thought everybody was living on the frequency like me, but realizing I am the chosen one. I am one of the chosen one out of the 144,000, and they don't want you to know who you are, bro. Because once they know who you are, they can't get over on you. They can't control you. They can't manipulate you, and that's what they don't like. Cause you took your power back. You understand what I'm saying? And it's no difference from somebody that's going to a herbalist to heal themselves and that's going to a pharmaceutical doctor. See, the pharmaceutical doctor is going to give you things that make you come back and back and back. And they got their power over you, and they using you, and they manipulating and gaslighting and lying to you, and they making you a treatment. But if you go speak to a herbalist, they're going to give you the cure. You know what I'm saying? But only you can activate that cure, because it's mental, physical, and spiritual attributes that you have to all combine at once to get rid of whatever disease or virus or foreign entities that you were not born with inside your body. So, for example, if you have eczema, it's something that you eating. You know, if you got dry skin and pimples and shit, it all starts by the gut, man, and mentally and physically and spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Everything have different layers to it, but this was about the chosen ones, man. Once you realize who you are, stand in your power and don't minimize yourself. Don't try to dim your life for nobody. Don't try to suppress yourself, hold back the things vocally that you had to speak on, man. Speak your truth, walk in your truth. No man could judge you. If you ain't out here fucking committing homicides and killing motherfuckers, then you good, bro. If you ain't in the wrong, you have no reason to explain yourself to nobody. But never forget that God always see everything, the good, bad, and mostly what's in your intentions. Oasis.